Gun safety laws in the spotlight again today in Lansing as lawmakers consider bills involving background checks and private sales of firearms.
Our Paula Tutman live with reaction from those who've been pushing for these new measures, particularly intensely in the wake of the shooting at Michigan State University. Paula.
Yeah, guys. Hi, good evening to you. And absolutely, I think it's a safe bet to say that this package of bills will have a pretty safe and speedy trip to the governor's office, much to the applause to certainly one father in particular, probably many more.
My son was afraid to go to school, and he looked up at me and he said, "Daddy, is someone with a gun going to come to my school today?"
Ryan Bates says after the Oxford High School shootings, he had to lie to his son to get him to go to school.
And I looked down and I said, "Oh no, son, you don't have to worry. School's safe." And what broke my heart was that I was lying to him.
Today is the executive director of End Gun Violence Michigan. He says he's buoyed by swift action being taken by the Democratic State House and Senate, which is passing what he considers gateway legislation to enact gun safety laws. He says it doesn't do everything, but it's a start.
We really want to applaud leaders in the House and Senate who finally had hearing, who finally had votes, and who are sending these bills on the way to becoming law. The time for only thoughts and prayers is over. We need bills, we need laws, we need action.
The first gun legislation since the mass shooting and murders at Michigan State University, in which 3 students were killed, has cleared major hurdles. Democrats in charge of both chambers in Michigan are leading the charge. Last night, with the House Democrats passing a background check bill and a bill to close a loophole for privately sold long guns. Today, the state Senate held hearings.
3 of the 8 children were upstairs in the house. They found guns, plural, and the evidence showed that they were playing with them actively.
Many of these cases had individuals who, through their actions, demonstrated that they were quite serious about killing people.
Looking at 36 years of data, they found red flag laws had no significant effect on murder, suicide, number of people killed in mass shootings.
The research clearly shows that red flag laws are an effective way to save lives.
We would have had troubles with youth hunting throughout the state because of the requirement to have a license to possess.
In the end, a package of bills are being sent to the governor's desk. Yeah, and so the trip for bills to become a law will be in the fast lane on this one as the governor receives a package of bills sent to her by members of her own party. Guys?
Okay, Paula, we appreciate it.